Hello, it's Sekou. I'm here live. I'm here live. I'm here live. So let me explain that first. I was setting up my show. I forgot to set it up yesterday. I was setting it up this morning, and I was foggy. I was like foggy. I was putting it together, and I went to check the playback, and I saw there was no playback. I was like, "What? I set up a live show?" And I set up a live show, and I was like, "Oh, let me delete it." And I was like, "Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe God is trying to tell me something. Maybe God is trying to tell me something." So I left it alone. I left it alone. And this is a real live show, right? And what this is the conclusion to the weekend hustle. The weekend hustle. So let's get started. First of all, shout out to New Thought Media Network for giving me the space and opportunity to grow, to grow, to grow. Ashe. And thank you for those of you who have bought my book. Those of you that haven't, please buy it now. Hack your pain now, because this book is about you. Book is about you. It's about you finding the right things when you need them, finding the right commandment of the 10 Commandments when you need them. All right. Speaking of which, so Fee is traveling and she sent me screenshots of yesterday's book. I was like, what? And she was right on time because I was about to leave the house and go for a run without having read the book. And she sent me screenshots of the whole chapter. I can't remember which commandment it was now, but the commandment was right on point. The commandment was right on point. So thanks, Fee King, for hooking me up. Now let's go. Let's go. Let's get into some money. Let's get into some money. Let's get into weekend hustle. So let's recite the affirmation. Here we go. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Ashe. Ashe. So this is what happened. This is what happened. On Friday, this past Friday, I talked to you a lot about my weekend hustle. My weekend hustle. I was talking to you a lot about it, and just now I was doing it. I was doing it. Look, this is 9:48. I'm done. I am done. I'm clean start, clean finish. I'm done. Let me explain what happened. So I told you Friday morning about looking at the stocks. So hopefully you gravitated towards that. You figured out how to look at stocks on Friday. This is what I want to remind you of. On Friday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. is the final cutoff, because the cutoff for the stock market is 4 p.m. 4 p.m. So it's 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. That's when you want to get in, right? So I got in around 3:30 or so, and I was looking around, and B King this was her very first weekend hustle, her very first. I've been doing it for a while, but this was her very first. And she sent me something. She sent me a a a, a ticker, a ticker. Well, anyway, she sent me a stock. I said, "What about this one?" And I was like, "I don't know. Let me check it out." So I checked it out, and I looked at that one, and then I looked at some more. I found some more on what I told you, Yahoo Finance. Go to Yahoo Finance, and you'll find the whole list, right? As long as you look for small, look for small. But anyway, I found a whole list. I was like, so many, so many, so many stocks, so many stocks, and I was like, "Whoa, this is a good one. Whoa, this is a good one. Whoa, this is a good one." So I ended up with about 16 stocks. 16 stocks. This looking at stocks from about 3:30, right? So I ended up with about 16 stocks, but I knew I needed to whittle down quickly, and I needed to get it in before 4 p.m. So I started from end of the list. And I was like, all right, let me pick some. So I chose stocks that had a green line going this way. I mean, there was all the little shakes and twists and turns, right? But I picked ones that ended up having an up arrow, right? I picked those, and so I chose. Someone asked me this recently, so let me put this up. Here we go. So I chose SMR. Now that's the one that Fee told me about. SMR, AIRG, and LDWY. Now notice I'm not using the names. I'm not using the names because the names do not matter. The names, repeat, do not matter. Don't get caught up in what's this going to do? What's that? Don't get caught up in that. Right? Just get involved in the sticker and what it's going to do. So those are the three I got into. Now, ACI and DWAC are just other things. Like, for example, DWAC is me buying Trump, his sneaker collection. So that's what that is. That's all the way down at the bottom. Yeah, you see, it's been trading sideways and trading down. It's like down $7 now. So yeah, maybe it won't jump. Maybe it will. I'm gonna hang on one share for now. And then above that was Albertsons. That came from a friend of mine who's noticing that Albertsons is currently buying Kroger, and so there's some kind of reason that Kroger can't buy Albertsons. No, that Albertsons can't buy Kroger. Yes. So we're just waiting for it to come out on our side. So he's bought much more than one share of ACI, but I've only bought one share because I'm just like trying to stick it in there. Put my pinky on the scale, right? So that leaves the top three. The three that I invested on Friday: SMR, ARG, LD, WY. Now you can see clearly what I'm looking for. Now this is the pull center, I guess, of Webull. Webull is the account that I like to use because that's the account where I have the most amount of money separate from everything else, right? So what I did was I bet $1. No, I'm sorry, not $1. Sorry. One stock price, right? So I picked one for LDWY, one for AIRG, and one for SMR, right? So you'll see if you go all the way over to the right-hand side and go down into the right-hand corner, you'll see what I paid for it. So I paid $5.54 for LDWY, right? And then I paid $5.45 for ARG, right? And I put $5.47 for SMR. Now the funny thing is, I bought SMR as a token because this was P King's very first weekend hustle. And I was like, all right, well, let me buy it to support her, right? But I felt uncomfortable about it because there was a movement right toward the end that means people were getting out. And I was like, but I'm gonna ride with it. I'm gonna ride with it. So I bought into these three, and then she bought into LDWY. But LDWY, yeah. And I was like, what? But now I'm by myself on the SMR. I was like, oh man, shoot. All right. But look at it. This is what it looked like when I came in at 9:30 this morning. Look at it. See, if you look at the numbers in the middle, you see, well, look for the green numbers. SMR is up 0.73%, so that's almost $1, right? ARIG is down 15 cents, and LDWY is down 4 cents. Now look at that. Look at that. Fee King's beginner's luck got it. She got it. She got it. The SMR is right there. It's right there. So what I did was, as soon as they went live with these numbers, I waited a second. I waited a second to see if Air G and LDWY reversed, to see if they reversed, if they moved up instead of down. Air G went from 13 to like 19. I said, okay, cut them, like first minute. And then LDWY held on a little bit longer because I wanted to see if me and Fee were going to get something similar. But it went down for me. It went down to -5. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go. I'm going to cut it. So I cut it because -19, -5 is still less than the gain of SMR, which is plus 73. And I was like, oh man, that's great. So my point is, I can sell those two stocks at a loss because SMR is selling at a win. SMR is showing at a bigger win than those other two, right? And that one, I admit it. I held on. I held on to SMR. I was like, oh, come on, SMR. Come on, SMR. And that's what you should not do. I should have sold it at 73. I sold it at 60 something, because it started going down, and I should have sold it at 73, right there on the button, and been done. And that should have been my spiel. And so that's what happened today. That was my my weekend hustle. So weekend hustle, once again, is on Friday, any Friday, from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Oh, someone asked me this on Friday. They asked me if the market is getting hyper towards the end of the day of Friday. No, it's the opposite. What you're looking for, I mean, people are selling down. People who are real traders have gotten out of the market already. And so what you're looking for is the things that are at the end of Friday going up. So that's just between 3 and 4 p.m. Just 3 and 4 p.m. 3 and 4, just like end of day. You got to get it in before 4. And you want to catch the chart going up a little bit, just a little bit. Just look at the green chart. And you look at the green chart separately in different places. Like I looked at the green chart. I looked at the chart on Webull, and I looked at the chart on Yahoo. I looked at both charts. I found one that looked about right. So anyway, weekend hustle. What you want to do is on Friday at 3 p.m., give or take, you want to get in and you want to look for the stocks that are moving upwards, right? And then you got to bet. Now, I bet 3 times. And one of those, I was like, whatever. I'm just going to help out my girl. And don't you know, the one that she picked is the one that won. I'm like, oh my goodness. So now I've got to study it and figure out what it was about hers that made hers float and mine that I picked go down. So that's what I've got to try to figure out. And I got to find out from Fee King what her next project is. So next time on Friday, I'm going to listen to Fee King. And bet on her again. So so I made a little bit over a couple of cents, maybe 25, 50 cents, something like that. But if I had bet a large amount of money, I would not do that because I'm not get skilled enough. But if I was to put a large sum of money on SMR, then I would have won more money. So like I'm trying to explain this. So instead of betting $1, I would have bet $5,000 if I had it. $5,000, and then that would have gone up by X amount for a little bit of money, and then I would have cashed out. So it's about the amount that you put on the bet, not the bet itself. The bet does not change, but the amount that you put on the bet changes. There it is. There it is. The amount that you put on the bet changes. The amount that you put on the bet, I forgot what I said, but I hope you got it. Hope you got it. But that's what I'm pointing. That's what that's what I'm telling you. That if you start now with me, you start the weekend hustle with just a little bit of money, and you get the feel for it. You get Fee King's mystic mojo, right? You got to get it to where you can feel it, and then you can bet more money, and you can bet more money, and you can get more money. But the bets stay the same, all right? The bets stay the same. So that's what I got. That was my weekend hustle. That's my weekend hustle, and I won. Thanks to Fee King. I won 50 cents or something like that. So yeah, thanks so much to Fee King. All right, now let me see if I have any questions here. I know I'm not usually live on Mondays, so I told you it was a fluke. So, but it was a good fluke because I got to talk about the weekend hustle. Let me see if I got any questions, any comments, any criticisms. Let's go. Let's go on to the. So Fee King is asking me how much I made. Yeah, I made about 25 cents. I mean, I'm not 100% sure because I didn't do it before I came online, but 20 cents, 25 cents minus 66 cents. Wait, let me see. Let's find out. So 66.66 minus 0.25. Yeah, I made 40 cents. Made about 40 cents. That's it. 40 cents. And thanks to you, Fee King, I made that 40 cents because I would have gone out here. I would have, I don't know what I would have chosen as my third stock, but I would have probably not done as well. And so let me point this out that sometimes you will have all your stocks, all your bets come up negative. And so I'm still trying to get the feel for what will turn out negative, what will turn out positive, and get it done. Get done. See, because I told you 15 minutes is a long time. 15 minutes is a long time. And what I did in that time that was bad was I had it at 73 and I waited. And it went down to 66. I was like, And now you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. You can't get in and start following the stock for the rest of the day because then you get into all this. Oh, I should have. Oh, I could have. Oh, I could have. And that'll mess you up. You played your stock. You played it in the first 15 minutes of Monday, and there you go. That's it. All right. She waited almost 3 minutes before she sold. Yep. See, we're talking about fast. I mean, fast, but not too fast. Like it's not like, but you want to shoot. Hey, so you want to choose the right balance, right? All right. So yeah, Fee, you were almost your thing that you picked went up almost $1. That was great. All right. Yes. Your first weekend hustle. You bought to support me, and I didn't know. Yeah, Fee, I sent it to you because I sent you that. Yeah, I sent you that. I said, yeah, I'm signing on with you, and I added you more. Yeah, I told you that one. I told you that one. But yeah, I was down with you. I was down with you, and thank goodness I was down with you because you figured it out. Figured it out. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Speaking has invited the world to all these people, all these names, all these names. All right. Let's see. Let's see. What was the weekend hustle? What was the weekend hustle? You missed the weekend hustle. So the weekend hustle once again is a stock market play. It is an easy to follow stock market play. You want to buy your stock between Friday at 3 p.m. and Friday at 4 p.m. So you got an hour. You got an hour to choose your right stocks, right? You buy them on Friday and you sell them on Monday. That's the weekend hustle. That's the weekend hustle. And mind you, over the weekend, you can still check. You don't have to let it go completely. You can still check and see what it's doing. Is it moving up? Is it moving down? You can still check to see over the weekend. And then Monday, as soon as the stock market opens at 9:30 p.m., you sell. You sell. You sell very quickly because things move very fast. But you try to sell in the first 15 minutes of the day on Monday. Yeah, that's the weekend hustle. That is the weekend hustle. Also, I got this idea from Tim Sykes. Tim Sykes is a huge mega trader. He's made so much money, and this is one of his things. The weekend, he calls it something different, the weekend hustle, but I call it the weekend hustle. And he has a, a program you can buy for $7 or something like that. Like it's a really easy program, really inexpensive, and I am embodying what he told us to do, and I'm trying to get the right rhythm, the right rhythm, the right rhythm. All right. Okay. Hope that got you. Let's see. Let's see. Now it's better than perfect. I want all of us to prosper. Yes, 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 yes. Prosper. Okay. Weekend hustle is an easy to follow stock market play. Yes, it's easy to follow. Buy Friday between 3 and 4 p.m. and sell on Monday. Sell on Monday between 4:30 a.m. and 4:45 a.m. or 9:45 a.m. It's that short window, like 15 minutes. So 15 minutes and $1 of 15 minutes on Friday and $1 on Monday. So you're talking about $1's worth of field work. Ain't nothing to it. You just got to figure out. You have to figure out the rhythm. You got to figure out the rhythm. Right? That's the hard part. Okay. Good to know. Good to know you can check. I didn't know that. If you are a jobber, take your restroom water smoke break. 9:30 at 9:30 EST. Yeah. So yes, you can check. So what I mean by check is if you use Webull like I do, then you can go in and check to see if there's been any movements during the weekend. Because sometimes there will be small tweaks up or down, and it'll tell you where it's floating to. And so, but those numbers can change quickly once the stock market opens. So you just stay steady. You have to be grounded. You have to be grounded, fully aware at 9:30, uninterrupted. 9:30. You just got to be ready and see what happens. All right. All right. King got it. King got it. No excuses. Yes, now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Yeah, because what I'm doing, you can do too. I'm just trying to get the rhythm right. Trying to get the rhythm right. And once I get the rhythm right, y'all gonna be remembering me. Like, yeah, you remember he was making 40 cents. He's only making 40 cents. Nah, he's making crazy money. Yup, that's gonna be me. That is going to be me. So get in now. Get in now. Get in now. Get in now. All right. All right. So that's it for the questions and comments. I'll just leave Feed King's summary of what the weekend hustle is. And yeah, that's it. So I think that's it. I think that's it. So shout out to Fee King. Check out her show. Check out her show. It comes on at 11:30. 11:30 today and Wednesday and Friday. Yep, check her out. And check out Sit with Rev Melissa. It happens at 10:30. So we got the show on lock. We got 9:30, 9:45 show, and then a 10:30 show, and then 11:30 show. So we got y'all locked. We got you locked. We got everything. We got everything. All right. So yeah, I think that's it. That's everybody now. I think that's everybody. And I always forget to promote everybody's show because I'm always trying to fit stuff in the last minute. But yeah, so that's everything in terms of the show. And that just a reminder that I am a man with a stroke. That's why you hear me sometimes trying to figure words out. It's because I have a stroke. And I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it. And yeah, I think that's it for now. That's it for now. And just remember that the weekend hustle is you can think of it as a game. You should think of it as a game. You can lose a little bit of money and gain a little bit of money. We're talking, dollars and cents. We're talking cents. 40 cents I came up, right? And we're just talking small pieces. But once you achieve it, once you get to the point where you can really master it, then you're going to win. All right, remember that now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Ashe, and I'll see you. Oh, when? I don't know. Should I come here tomorrow? I guess I'll come here tomorrow. I'll see you. See what's up. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Later.